Hello, everyone, and welcome to another Waystone Games live stream. This is our Tuesday, normally scheduled developer playtest. We hold at 1:30 p.m. PST. We've been waiting to get all the devs in here, and we are ready to go. I am Brad Pluto Ramey, the Assistant Community Manager here at Waystone Games, joined by Trevor
Hi.
DarkX62 O'Neill. This is going to be as Southern and as Louisianian of a stream as we can get.
We do what we can.
Yeah,
we
we are both from Baton Rouge, Louisiana, born and raised down in the deep South.
represent that 225.
Represent that 225. And today, Trevor's going to be showing off some of his Gladiator Varion skills that I hope I have taught you well.
I mean, I just hope I can live up to your expectations, Brad.
The hype is real. The hype is real.
We can try. We can do our best.
So if you guys are unfamiliar, if you guys are just tuning in, welcome. We are Waystone Games, the developer of a brand new MOBA called Dawngate, which you're about to see in action in just a few seconds. We're currently in Shaper Select. Once we get through that, we will load up the game cam, and you guys will be able to see everything that's going on. So what we do here is this is a developer playtest, meaning these are 10 developers fighting against each other. 2 teams of 5. Trevor on his team. We can actually switch over to the game cam.
Switch
if
to
you
the
don't
game
mind.
cam.
Yeah.
There you go. Boom.
Just to
Done.
show you the teams, we have Trevor as DarkX62 O'Neill playing a Gladiator Varion. We got Zyre Let's See, the assistant producer on the game, playing Hunter Freya. We have Not Shy Guy, Matt, one of our QA guys, playing Reyna. We have Minx, who is Alice, one of our UI artists. And we have Fallen66. Not an orange name, but still equally important. That is Corey, one of our QA guys as well.
Yep.
The opposing team, I don't remember everyone off the top of my head, but
We'll
I think
just
you
tab
have
in.
you have Bo Archer over there, I believe. Dumathuan should be over there as
That's
well.
Rags.
Bo Archer is another one of our UI guys. You have is Dave Winter playing, I believe?
Yes, Dave
Dave
Winter.
Winter, QA guy. Moxie Garin, who is Jesus, one of our QA guys, and the 5th is Kevin in? Is Kevin the
Kevin
5th?
is not in. We
Let's see.
have tabbing. Well, maybe. Sam London.
Sam London playing that Gladiator Vex. He actually played a really strong Vex the other day in our playtest, so I think he's been digging those Vex buffs that happen. If you're unfamiliar with the patch that happened most recently, Vex, when he activates his ultimate, now gets, I believe it is a 20% increase to his range for the duration of the ultimate. It might be 15%, but I believe it's 20%. So it helped him out a little bit, stay a little safer. He has no innate mobility, so he does have a problem with positioning, but that ulti, the activation with 20% increased range, really, really helped him out a whole heck of a lot. So, Gladiator Varion. If you guys have any questions throughout the duration of this live stream, we should hopefully be live for the next about hour, depending on how the game goes and whatnot. Be sure to ask it by typing a Q with a colon in the Twitch chat, followed by the question. Oh gosh, this is like an awkward standoff. Is he gonna come and ward this? You
I
think?
don't know.
I'm pretty sure he has no idea, unless he's telling his team right now, and you guys are standing on a ward, and he's like, "Guys, come collapse on these 5 noobs." But we'll see what happens. But yes, Q with a colon, and then state your question. I'll try to answer to the best of my ability. As you can see in the stream itself, you can register for the beta at dawngate.com and use the beta key TwitchDG3 to get instant access to the beta. So yeah, you guys don't have to wait for keys. You don't have to beg for keys. Use TwitchDG3 as your beta key, and you will be in the beta right now. For those that may not know, we did just go 24/7, so the servers will be live every day, every hour, for forever, pretty much. We do, of course, have those scheduled downtimes. We had our first one yesterday. It went very smoothly. Those scheduled downtimes are tentatively scheduled for Tuesday early mornings. For example, the servers went down at 1 a.m. last night, and they came up about 1:30 to 2 for a small little back-end patch. But other than that, the servers are live 24/7, so you can get your fill of Dawngate whenever you want and wherever you want, as long as you have a computer and good internet access, of course. So yeah, let's see if there's any questions. Is there going to be an EU server? So Hamp, that's a question we get very, very often, and the answer is, of course, there will be EU servers eventually. It's just a matter of time. We do appreciate all of our European players playing with semi-high latency and/or ping. We can assure you, whenever those European servers do come, you guys will be hopefully super excited, because playing the game with 60 to 70 ping is a really, really nice thing. So thank you for playing, guys. We appreciate that. Why are we here? So Elks Now. I know I've confused the two before, but whichever one you want me to pronounce is how I will. We're here to show off the game. Trevor obviously playing a Gladiator Variant right now. That Gladiator role is going to
Get
to
dollars.
put a focus on farming, and it's going to get dollar bills, y'all.
Money
So
in
as
the
you can
bank.
see, every last hit he gets in a 10-second window is going to be the base Vim of the CS plus a stacking of 2 that stacks up to 30. So he's up to 6 stacks, now 7 stacks. This will be his 8th stack if he gets it. You see on his buff bar down there, he's got a little red kind of tiger icon that says 9 on it. That's how many gladiator stacks he has. But right now, number 1 feeder's doing a good job of harassing him, flipping him behind his shoulder, trying to do damage to pretty much scare Trevor off of keeping his stacks. But Trevor, being as stalwart as ever and keeping the stacks even through all that harass, he is almost to max stacks of Gladiator right now, which means he's going to start getting base Vim plus 30. And the longer he can ride that, the better it's going to be. Gladiator, very skill-intensive role, but by God, does it pay off.
Lots of money. I like
Lots of
money.
money.
Money is good.
The meaning of life is indeed 42. Am I Pluto? Yes, I am. Any buffs coming to Gladiator, most just take Tactician because it's much more reliable. So Krakatoa 72, that's kind of the comes with the territory of being a Gladiator, you know? It's not... Tactician is a little bit easier, per se, but when I play range carry, I play Gladiator pretty much 100%.
I do as well.
I love farming. To me, the kind of combo system of being able to chain waves together and keep the Gladiator stacks up between waves is like the most fun kind of little mini game to me. I try my damnedest to keep waves going, keep my stacks up, control the wave by letting one minion live until the very end so I can, have the most refreshed stack going into the next wave. It's a really fun kind of mini game that I play, and I absolutely love Gladiator. So buffs, when played well, Gladiator is the highest Vim pretty much you can obtain. If you can ride max stacks for a long time, you will be literally like rolling in Vim. The equivalent for like another role is like you'd have to get a lot of kills as a Predator to really kind of out Vim a really good Gladiator. So I enjoy the Gladiator minigame, and I don't know if there might be some changes to it. I don't know if they will be direct buffs, but Gasty has, of course, expressed some interest in taking a look at the role itself. But that's for him to decide and him to talk about at a later date.
Kept stacks, I'm surprised.
What a beast. I love when they try to harass you and stuff, or you harass them and you're able to keep those stacks.
Yeah,
like
it feels
sometimes
really
even
good.
through like an enemy gank, if like right now if you were able to keep stacks even after this Moya ganks, you'd pretty much be a god. Can you do it?
No, it's already
you
dropped.
Oh, what a scrub.
I didn't get a CS before. Came in.
Any chance of Q dodging or leaving mid-match are going to have consequences anytime soon. So Tinzaran, we understand that is happening to some people. Bear in mind, being a beta, sometimes people don't have control of whether their game crashes or their internet goes out or something mid-match. Q dodging is kind of a real problem that we have heard the community talk about for a while on Reddit and forums and stuff like that. And as far as penalties and stuff are concerned, we're thinking of ideas, but nothing is set in stone by any means. We have plans for that.
They're coming soon.
There you go. Scott Moore confirming we have plans for Q dodging and whatnot that are coming soon. TM. Dispel Nerf Inc. So Pentachills, I mean, we have looked at all the spells. We have much data on each spell, its usage, the amount of people that take it, all that kind of stuff, and that is what Gasty looks at to balance spells and whatnot. Not just purely subjective opinion, because that stuff can kind of be skewed. So it's up to Gasty. He is the numbers man. So if something is just too strong, the data will show it, and Gasty will definitely take a look at it. Still no EU server? Not yet. Leona plus Graves laning. It's actually very different.
Yeah. Not as aggressive.
Not nearly as aggressive, yeah. Reyna does not have any gap closers aside from her Q, which is a charge in and kind of knock back. She doesn't have a lot of lockdown. She doesn't have any hard CC except kind of for her ultimate, which is she throws out a hammer and stuns everything in a large AoE. Other than that, she has a branching slow, her shockwave on her E. She has a super high damage reduction on her W when she activates her shield and kind of raises it towards her enemies. And her Q is that kind of short range gap close knockback that I mentioned as well. So it is a completely different laning phase entirely. Varion does have very good damage. His Q is obviously not a cone like Graves. It is more similar to, I would say, like a Caitlyn's Piltover Peacemaker. His W is a completely unique skill in its own right, and his E is also an AoE reveal rather than, I guess, if you consider Graves an AoE kind of conceal for the enemy team. And also the passive that it awards is absolutely stellar. So completely different play styles. And The only similarities you can see are lady with shield, man with gun. But other than that, they are completely different. Bum, bum, bum. When will Kindra and Finmore be nerfed? Even with pain, Finmore is godly. So Mandu Gaming, the same way with spells, like I mentioned, it's all about telemetry. It's all about the data. It's all about the numbers, proving whether something is kind of broken or not. Gasty doesn't balance on opinion. He balances on, facts and data and numbers, as it should be, of course. Automatic requeue after dodge. So there is auto requeue currently. Although I guess I will say when you're in Shaper Select, if someone does dodge there, you do not get automatically requeued, and that's something that we're looking into. So thank you for your feedback. We appreciate that.
Mr. Strider. I'm so bad.
Any plans on to allow wards to be cleared? So Krakatoa 72, Gasty is thinking of ways to implement a kind of a counter vision or anti-vision gameplay. He doesn't want to do it such that, just copy something else's gameplay, right? That would be ineffective for the Dawn Gate, especially, so many new things being brought to the genre, the 2-lane map, the free ward, the roll system, all that kind of stuff. He has to think of something to implement it in the way that makes sense to the Dawn Gate. You can't just change a map, change a roll system, and do all these innovations to the MOBA genre, and then just copy something. That doesn't really work in this space. So whatever happens in the future to countervision will make sense in the Dawn Gate, and that's that. So all the questions about nerfing, I just want to kind of do a blanket statement for that. Again, it's all about data. It's all about numbers. You guys do not have to ask, hey, are you going to nerf Kindra? Are you going to nerf Finmore? Are you going to nerf King of Mass? Are you going to nerf Reyna? Are you going to nerf Freya? It is... Gasty does nerfing purely by numbers and purely by, telemetry and data and stuff. So we hear the feedback on Reddit, and we hear the feedback on the forums and Twitter and all that kind of stuff saying this Shaper's OP, this Shaper's not OP, blah, blah, blah. But it's purely a matter of, is it true, because... if you get stomped by a Vex one game and you cry for Vex to be nerfed, it's like, hey, he may not have that high of a win rate. Maybe it was just a one case where that player was just really good. Maybe he got really fed in lane. Maybe he had a really good day. Maybe he was really lucky, what have you. That doesn't mean that Vex needs to be nerfed. So always look at the data is how Gasty does things. How different is Dawn Gate exactly? So, it's kind of a long-winded question, Elbot, but I'm happy to take on the task. So the first thing you'll see is, aside from Trevor potentially dying here, ooh, nice gate. The first thing you'll see is it's a 2-lane map. Obviously, that is different to the genre. This is the core map. So a lot of people, say, oh, this is like Twisted Treeline or something. It's like, no, because, Twisted Treeline is kind of an auxiliary map, I would say, to Summoner's Rift. This is the Dawn Gate. We've tried many different iterations of maps, many different configurations of team comps, 5v5, 3v3, 4v4, 6v6, what have you. But 5v5 2-lane map was what worked best for the Dawn Gate and what the development team decided to do ultimately. In addition to that, the spellbook system that Trevor is actually just now pulling up is a unique feature as well. It contains unique spells that are offensive, defensive, and utilitarian in nature. And what those are going to do is you choose them at levels 1, 10, and 20. You don't choose them before you get in the game. You choose them situationally when you get into the game at various levels. Not only do you get to choose them at levels 1, 10, and 20, but you can also respec them at any time for a cost of 400 Vim when you're back at the Locust, which is the shop back in town. So, for example, Blink right now is on a 5-minute cooldown, and Trevor obviously had to use it to get out of that situation. If he wanted to have a spell ready for his next team fight, he could, for 400 Vim, relearn Blink and get a Bastion, get a Stasis, get a Blitz, get a Tailwind, if it's worth it to him. Like, if he thinks that a big fight is about to break out, he could very well do that. Not super recommended early, but late game, it becomes a big thing, and it's actually a really, really awesome feature of the system itself. In addition to the map, there's also these 4 Spirit Wells that Trevor is kind of walking towards right now. These are economy nodes. Those little guys are called Spirit Well workers, and they farm Vim over time for the enemy team or for your team. Each team starts with 2 Spirit Wells under their control, and they unlock at the 10-minute mark. And any time after that, you may take them for yourself, as that Reyna is doing right now. She's taking it by being on the capture point, allowing the the capture to happen, and then now that will turn into Trevor's team's favor, start spawning those workers, and they'll start gathering Vim, thus denying the enemy's economy. At the same time, you see down in the bottom corner of the map, at the 6 o'clock portion of the map, the enemy just captured one of Trevor's spirit wells. So effectively on the map, it is 2-2 as far as spirit wells are concerned, when it was 3-1 in Trevor's advantage. But the enemy team saw that the top well was being captured. They saw that there were more than like 3 to 4 members of Trevor's team up there, and they said, hey, let's take this bot binding, let's take this bot well, and let's start to try to take some kind of advantage and lessen their advantage, pretty much. See if you guys can catch up to that Vex. Can you do that? Okay, the Dispel on nothing. That works.
I assume he thought I was gonna ult.
Probably. But there's the ulti. Can you do it?
I'm
You
gonna
can at
get
least take down Dave Winter.
This instead. That's money.
Any plans for making a shaper like Meepo? So, you know, Produx, I'm going to do another kind of blanket answer for you guys about, is there going to be a Meepo shaper? Is there going to be a Cell shaper? Is there going to be a Hook shaper? Is there going to be, what have you? No idea is off limits for the design team. It's just a matter of, again, just like the vision system, doing what's right for Dawngate. Meaning whatever stealth mechanic, whatever hook mechanic, whatever happens, whatever they want to put into the Dawngate has to just make sense and work for the Dawngate. So, Any other questions you guys might have? So am I understanding this correctly with the extra spells? Instead of making choices at character selection, the spells will be ones you can learn/relearn over the course of the game. Absolutely, Hell Sage. Like I said, you learn a new spell at levels 1, 10, and 20. You select them at that time. So you don't like go into the game saying at levels 1, 10, and 20 automatically learn Blitz, Dispel, and Blink. Whenever you get into the game, the first thing you do is buy your item, choose your ability, and then choose your first spell. So at that point, I like to think of it as you kind of set the tone for how you're going to play that game. So if you take a Stagger early, which is an offensive spell that fires a bolt of concussive energy that deals a certain damage to the enemy it hits and it slows them, you're probably going to be a little aggressive in lane. You're probably going to be on the offense. You're probably going to be the aggressor as far as your lane is concerned. But then again, if you immediately choose a spell like Blink, Blitz, Dispel, Bastion, Stasis, Tailwind, anything like that, Tailwind is a little bit more dubious, I suppose, because you could go either way. It's a little ambiguous. But that probably means you're trying to be a little safer. You're trying to counter their aggression. Maybe they took the Stagger, so you take the Dispel. Maybe you take the Stagger, so they've taken a Blitz or Dispel or something. So it kind of sets the tone for how the game is going to go. And the use case of relearning a spell that I like to use is end game. Let's say the game is going to be decided by the next team fight, but you burned Blink less than a minute ago, and it's going to be on cooldown. If you have enough Vim to do it, respecking. Oh no. Can't dispel that.
I just threw it all out, man.
Respecking the Blink that's on cooldown to go for a Stasis instead may win you that next team fight, whereas a Blink on cooldown would have given you nothing in that next team fight. So it's very important. The other use is that I like to talk about is Hunters, the junglers in our game, when they take Vanquish to help with early clear. Late game, maybe Parasite's down, they don't need Vanquish anymore. You can respect that and grab a Stasis or Blitz or Tailwind or Dispel or any other number of spells in the game to help you in that team fight rather than have a useless skill, a spell in a team fight in a 5v5 PvP environment. So yeah, I really like that aspect of the system a lot.
No, the dibs.
Any idea?
The dibs auto. What a god.
Any idea when the Mac client will be available? So, Lelephant, we're not opposed to the idea of doing a Mac client, just the same as we're not opposed to doing new maps and game modes and stuff like that. But right now we are primarily working on development for Windows. Eventually, if there's enough demand, we would not be opposed to doing a Mac client whatsoever. Because we know that a lot of people that, there are plenty of gamers that play on Mac or want to game on Mac, and they have to resort to things like boot camping and repartitioning their hard drive to have Windows, all that kind of stuff. So a native Mac client could be in the future if there's enough demand for it.
We can do it. We're going. Okay.
Again, if you guys would like to get into the beta, register at waystonegames.com or dawngate.com and register with the key TwitchDG3 to get instant access to the beta. You could be in the beta right now. It is a less than gigabyte. It's like a 700 to 800 megabyte download. So depending on your ISP, you could very well be in the game in the next 30 to 45 minutes. Again, we are 24/7, so some people aren't used yet to to the fact that the beta servers are up on a Tuesday, but they indeed are. We are up 24/7 as of last Friday. So get in the game, guys. Give it a shot and see what you think about it. All the questions that we get asked are people, thinking, hey, maybe I want to try this game. Depending on this answer, what is this guy going to say? But really, the best convincing that we could possibly do is honestly for you to play the game and try the game. The gameplay is going to speak for itself. It's fast. It's fluid. It feels very good. The mechanics in the game I absolutely love. It feels damn good to right-click and move around and use abilities in Dawngate. So play the game. You can do so right now by using the beta code TwitchDG3 after registering at so close at Dawngate or WaystoneGames.com. So give the game a shot. Play a game or two. Formulate your own opinion. I could do the song and dance all day, but if you don't play the game, you're not really going to experience it for yourself, and that's how you really should test a game yourself. People ask about the Origin client. So we are published by EA. We use the Origin backend system, but we do not use the Origin client itself. So you have to use an Origin account to register at Dawngate.com, but you do not have to download the Origin client whatsoever. It is completely our own client in our own system.
Back in action.
Will you guys still be teasing new stuff on Wednesdays, or will the community catch-up be moving to a non-patch day earlier in the week? Excuse me. Great question, Simril. We're still in the works on that. We will still definitely be doing the community catch-ups on Wednesdays when we kind of do the, shaper reveals and feature reveals and stuff. We'll more than likely be on those days, but it's still up in the air. It's a great question, though. Considering we now patch on Tuesdays rather than the Thursdays that we usually patch on. If the Twitch DG3 code is saying invalid to you, you may very well try the Twitch DG4. Both are usable codes, and both will get you into the beta right now. So Twitch DG4 or Twitch DG3. Sometimes I've had experiences before where putting in Twitch DG3 will give you an invalid code, but if you try again, it will potentially work. Will there be a new map anytime soon? So King Donkey Boo, if you mean a completely different map, maybe a 3-lane map or less, maybe a 1-lane map, what have you, we are working on this map 100% because it is the core gameplay. It is literally, kind of the Dawngate. There are iterations coming to this 2-lane concept that change a few things, a few fundamental things about the map based on a lot of feedback that we've gotten from the community. But if you're looking for a 3-lane or 1-lane or 4-lane or however many lanes you want map, I could say we're not opposed to the idea in the future, but we want to make sure that the 2-lane core map of the Dawngate is perfect before we do anything else or try any other different kinds of maps. Oh man, this is absolutely brutal. You and Reyna just got into their back line.
Guns.
There's Moya down there.
An enemy.
Oh my god, that was brutal. So what happened there? What happened there? The biggest mistake the enemy team made was their front line, their beef, meaning Moya and Cerulean, just kind of walked past Arena and Varian in a brush. And when they walked past, the Reyna and the Varian were able to just absolutely decimate the back line of the enemy team and take them out. So really nice play, really well played by Trevor's team.
Yeah, bro.
Any news on Item Palooza? So the same thing, Varega, about the new map in Item Palooza. They are big, large, fundamental changes that are coming to the game. We're literally changing many items and adding many new items, just like the map is being iterated upon. But the concept of the upgradable kind of items that rather than combining items is fundamentally unchanged in Item Palooza. Same with the map. People are asking, is there going to be a new map? There's going to be some changes to the 2-lane map, but the 2-lane map that about Dawngate is not changing. There are going to be changes to the item system, or the items themselves, really, but the item upgrade system that is not changing fundamentally. So Item Palooza, nor map V5 or V2 or whatever version that we are currently on, they're not changing fundamentally, but they are doing things differently within the Dawngate. Whether it be new items, removing old items, changing jungle paths, all that kind of stuff. It will still be completely recognizable as the Dawngate. Do not worry. When will you guys be releasing skins for the Shapers? Eventually, we've announced that skins are happening. When they are coming is still to be announced.
If anybody has any questions for me, by the way, feel free. I haven't been saying much, but I can answer things if you have questions.
There you go.
I got your back.
Trevor's got me.
Got you, bro. Been talking the whole time.
Again, guys, Twitch DG3 or Twitch DG4, use that beta key to go ahead and get into the beta right now. No wait, no signing up and waiting for a key, no hoping for a giveaway. You can use that key right now and be into the beta. So, get it, guys. There's no European server. I am European. So our Tekka, we do have plenty of European players that play with the ping. They usually have a reported like 150 to 200 ping, but they say the game is very playable. In fact, the top players, some of the top players on our leaderboard are from EU. Some of them are from Venezuela. Like, we have players that aren't North American based that are some of the best players in the game. So obviously, they're doing very well with the high ping that they do have. So.
Your team has captured a
When are you going to focus more on engine optimization? So Manzor X, that's something that happens week in and week out. Our fantastic engineer, DLS, Dark DLS, David Lee Swinson, is working on tirelessly, practically, to make the game optimize and run better on lower end systems. Eventually, we hope for it to run on pretty much any system under the sun. Given a certain set of minimum requirements, of course. But we hope those minimum requirements to be easily accessible, and we hope that everyone out there can enjoy Dawngate. Is the increased Destiny cost on Shapers a test for now? The jump to 240 to 800 was a bit drastic. So Sarah, yeah, I mean that is a large increase of cost to the Shapers. Being a beta, we are looking to test many different price points and stuff like that. There was a long post made by the monetization team themselves, the people behind the madness that you think is the price increase from 240 to 800. If you'd like to check the forums out, they did a nice big post about it, of their reasoning behind it, what it's for, they're accomplishing with it, all that kind of stuff. I highly recommend checking it out. How do you make the game load so fast? Magic. We have an opportunity or contest type of thing where the community can create a new shaper to be put into the game. So Xcrease, we do have a section of the forums dedicated to community shaper creations. And shaper, oh my gosh. Community shaper creations and shaper ideas. The designers do browse that quite often. And while a shaper may not be extrapolated 100% from a community idea, you may inspire Dibs. You may say like, man, that seems like a really cool mechanic. Maybe not the whole kit, but that seems like a really cool mechanic. I'll look into it. Maybe we can implement it somehow. As far as maybe a contest or something of like, the highest voted fan-made shaper will make it into the Dawngate. There aren't any plans for that, but who knows? Maybe in the future something could very well happen. Hey, enjoying and played with devs, but have a good question. Are there any plans to add a floor/ceiling to the Destiny random roll? It feels lackluster when you roll 100 on a win and 500 on a loss, making the loss more beneficial. So that system is being monitored pretty heavily. Sneak alone. Gasty and Hunter are well aware of kind of the feelings that people are getting from the RNG of the roll and stuff like that. And they are working on improvements, changes, all that kind of stuff. So nothing announced quite yet, but they are aware of the sentiment. We'll say that much. Are you going to focus on releasing more shapers or fine-tuning the ones you have now? So, Raina the Archivist, great name, great Twitch name, actually. Thank you for enjoying. I'm guessing you like to play Raina. It's a little bit of both, We are tuning already in shapers, and we are still making new shapers.
We did it
entirely. So, you guys won. I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you. 26.5-minute game.
Did I meet your expectations?
You did
Close?
okay.
Close?
You did okay.
Close?
Yeah, you did good.
Thanks, Brad.
You did good.
Thanks, Brad. I tried. I worked really hard to please you.
Is this game going to free to play? Yes, this game is going to be completely free to play and absolutely no pay to win component to it either. So let's go to the big cam real quick. Okay. Again, guys, if you would like to get into the beta, you may do so by using the beta code TwitchDG3 or TwitchDG4 upon registering at dawngate.com. You go through the whole process. You hit redeem code. You type in TwitchDG3. If that works, cool. If it doesn't, try TwitchDG4, and that one should work. Will Dongate go esports? So, that question is kind of answered below in our FAQ, which I recommend you guys scrolling down to read just a little bit. But the short answer is, if you guys want it, we would love to support it. For example, actually, we have the Shapers Guild. If you go to theshapersguild.com, they have a Best Shaper World tournament that's going to take place this weekend. What they're doing there is a 1v1 tournament, a 1v1 kind of mirror match tournament. So, for example, this weekend is dibs. This is going to be 1v1 dibs. There's going to be a lot of nightmares, a lot of dream wraps, a lot of crazy stuff happening. But if you'd like to sign up and prove that perhaps you are the best dibs in the world, be sure to do so at theshapersguild.com. I will go ahead and post that link in the chat so all of you guys can find it. But yeah, Best Shaper World. You pretty much get the title. You can be the best dibs in the world, right there. We have best dibs in A. I wonder if he's competing. I'm sure he's going to be because he has to defend his name
that title, man.
You can't claim to be the best dibs in A and then not enter the Best Shaper World 1v1 tournament. That doesn't make any sense. So January 31st and February 1st, that is this weekend, Friday and Saturday. I believe where are the preliminary rounds going to be held, Andy? Andy.
I can't hear you, man.
He's listening to us. That's what he's doing.
30 seconds.
Eventually the delay will
30
catch
seconds.
up to him, and he'll be like, oh, they're trying to talk to me. I understand what's happening right now.
Thank you, sir. Same to you.
But yes, the finals and the
doing them on the
twitch.tv/what?
I can't remember which. I think it's going to be on the Nubis channel.
Okay.
It's going to be on the Nubis channel, and then we're going to be.
Saturday the finals are on us. Yeah. So Saturday the finals will definitely be right here on the Waystone Games channel. So follow the stream. You'll get updates every time we go live, including this Saturday. So you can see it's pretty much going to be the finals. It's going to be the two best dibs players in the world going against each other to see who is the best dibs world.
So it's me and who else? No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm just
nope,
kidding. No,
nope,
I'm just
definitely
kidding.
not
I'm
you.
really not even that good at dibs.
Definitely not you. So yeah, follow the stream. Check out that tournament. It's going to be right here. Boom. So that's the first of a series that the Shapers Guild wants to put on. Of course, eventually we want to have a tournament for every shaper out there. So we can crown a best dibs world. We can crown a best Varion world, which maybe you'll get.
Maybe.
If
I have to play you though,
yeah, you'd lose.
then I'd lose.
But yeah, too bad we can't compete in those things.
Yeah, I know.
Well.
It's too bad. It's really sad.
So yeah, if you guys do have any other questions, feel free to ask. We got a few more minutes, and then we'll be signing off. Does the Twitch code work only now, or can I tell it to my friends tomorrow? You may very well tell it to your friends. You share it as much as you want. Get them to come play the game with you. That's kind of what the code is for. It doesn't particularly expire until it is completely used up, and it's got quite a few uses. So you guys go ahead and share that with your friends. You can share it on your Facebook. You can say, hey guys, we play League of Legends together. Let's try this new game called Dawngate and see how we like it. How soon do you guys think we'll see the first skins? Are there any skin ideas you'd like to talk about? So we're not going to reveal anything just yet. Skins are coming in the future. I can tease a little bit and say that I love them. I think there's some amazing skins coming out, and I'm really excited to see them. But they will be coming soon, TM, let's say. Yeah, if Twitch DG3 runs out, use Twitch DG4. Nice spelling, Muzzy. Very, very nice.
With an extra T. Good job, Muzzy.
He's a beast.
Yeah, he's pretty good.
Any last questions before we kind of sign off? What are some of your favorite mechanics in Dawngate and why? So, you haven't talked for a while, so why don't you give your favorite mechanic in Dawngate?
I really like the last hitting, especially on Varion. That's why I play him so much. I think it's very responsive, and I really like it.
It feels good. Auto attack animations in Dawngate feel really snappy.
Yeah.
They feel really good.
Very instant, almost.
Shout out to Nekobus, who I'm sure is still in chat. It sounds great. There's nice audio feedback. There's nice visual feedback. Last hitting feels really, really good. That's personally why I enjoy the Gladiator kind of mini game, playing that role, just because it feels so damn good to last hit.
Yeah, feels great.
Personally, I like the spellbook system. I like being able to respec spells, and being able to choose them situationally. Like, I'm one of these people that a lot of people will see when I stream sometimes is that they're like, oh, he's level 8 and he hasn't selected a spell yet. And I'm like, I haven't really needed a spell
I did that
yet.
game.
It's a lot of people when they first get in, especially if they're from like a League of Legends background,
Blink.
they take Blink instantly.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll be the first to say, it's not always the best choice. Blink is a long cooldown, especially compared to Tailwind. I think it's like a 70 to 90 second cooldown.
75.
Dispel is a 90 second cooldown.
90.
Blitz is like a 120 second cooldown maybe.
Mm-hmm.
There are far better options than Blink, honestly. So I encourage you to look at the whole spellbook system. Don't instantly take Blink because it's what you know of from League, because the gameplay, the map itself is so much different than League that I don't think Blink is the best option.
Bastion's also really solid.
Yeah, Bastion, a lot of people see Bastion and they're like, oh, it's just Barrier. The two key differences to know about Bastion is that, one, you cannot use it while you're CC'd. Barrier in League of Legends you can pretty much use at any point in time. And it gives a large amount of armor and magic resist, meaning it makes you, on top of the shield, it makes you a little bit more tanky during its duration as well.
Yep.
So
very solid first pickup.
Bastion is fantastic. I love Bastion. Dispel also very strong, all that kind of stuff. So, yeah, share the key, Twitch DG3 or Twitch DG4 with your friends. Tell your friends on Facebook, Twitter. Share the gospel of Dawngate. Get out there and stream. Again, there's no NDA, so you guys may stream. You may make YouTube videos. You may do whatever you want out there with Dawngate. So please go ahead and spread the word. And let us know, too. Follow us on Twitter, twitter.com/Dawngate, facebook.com/Dawngate. I constantly monitor Twitter and Facebook, so if you make a video, make sure you tweet it at us. Hit us up. Say, hey, I made a video at the Dawngate, and we'll watch it, see if we can promote it, and give you guys feedback on it, let you know what we think. We're very close with the community in that way. You know, it's been definitely a big effort of myself and Andy, the community managers, the community team, to be as close to the community as possible. We are posting on Reddit, we post on the forums, we post all the time on Twitter, Facebook, all that kind of stuff. And anything you guys have to do with Dawngate, share with us. You know, if you draw Reyna, if you sketch her, if you draw Kendra, if you have any artistic talent whatsoever, we encourage you to share that with us. I love sharing fan art. It's like one of my most favorite things in the world.
What's your favorite thing to do?
It's pretty amazing. There's I remember, did you see the really, really amazing, a few months ago, stylized Freya art?
Yes.
And the same guy did the, I think it was Segre, S-E-G-R-E maybe, the Amaranth art. Did you see that one? It was
I didn't
close
see
up
the
on her
Amaranth.
face.
No.
Super cool.
I
Really
only saw the
talented
Freya. Yeah.
The most recent one was there was a piece of Reyna fan art that was really awesome. It was done for like a commission or someone, and it was really, really awesome. So if you guys have art, please share with us.
I like the.
I love to see it.
I like the pipe cleaner dibs.
The pipe cleaner dibs
was super
pretty
good.
good.
Pipe cleaner
Even
dibs is really
something as simple as that. Like, I would love to share it. So share all of your art with us. Twitter.com/TheDawngate, Facebook.com/TheDawngate, or if you want to post it on Reddit, or just if you want to message me personally on Reddit, Waystone Pluto, Plootoe. I check my Reddit messages all the time, so just keep us abreast of what you're doing out there in crazy, awesome art community land, and we would love to share all of that kind of stuff. Is it legal to stream or make a video about the game? Absolutely not, Charizaro. Make a video, stream, do whatever you'd like. We highly encourage you to do so. It's not frowned upon. It is the exact opposite. It is encouraged. Please stream. Let us know when you're streaming. All that kind of stuff. Hit the follow button here. You'll get notified every time we go live via email. Twitter.com/Dawngate, Facebook.com/Dawngate, and YouTube.com/WaystoneGames. You can get the basic loadout tutorial video that Scott and myself made with the help of one amazing Caleb Necobus Epps helping me do the VO for that. So definitely get yourself familiarized with the game. Register at waystonegames.com or dawngate.com and use the beta code TwitchDG3 or TwitchDG4 to get instant access to the Dawngate beta. Again, we're up 24/7. There are no longer any scheduled. There's scheduled maintenance times and patch times and stuff, but there's no more of these small beta windows from Thursday to Sunday. It is play all day,
all
as
open,
much as you want,
all the time.
all open, all the time, except for the schedule. But that's a whole other thing entirely. What's up with crafting currency? That's a system and feature that will be a little bit more fleshed out in the future. I know some of you guys are experiencing it now. When you get a repeat thing in a blessing or something, you get crafting currency for it. That's another feature for another time that we will talk about later. I'll do like one more question if there's anything super special or pressing that you guys want to know about. Boom. Is there an issue in-game causing memory leaks with a high-end PC? I get horrible game stutter. So, Mandu Gaming, we have experienced that. I don't know if it's memory leaks specifically. I don't know the logistics. I am just a community person. But we usually tend to restart the client every like 3 to 4 games or so, and
I do it every 2.
It usually fixes all the problems therein. As far as fixing those and optimization goes, it's just something that takes time. So we do have a small team of 40 to 50 people. So DLS working tirelessly on optimizing, on fixing leaks, stuff like that.
Yep.
So give us time, and still just a beta, so you have to forgive us. There's going to be bugs. You might crash. The game might explode. Who knows? But that's what betas are for. That's why we're not, rushing to open beta or rushing to launch or anything. We have to make sure that a lot of these key fundamental things are knocked out of the park before we can safely say that, hey, we're moving on. But with all that being said, that's pretty much it for the dev playtest today. We do these every Tuesday at 1:30 p.m. PST. Usually takes about an hour. That game was relatively quick, but
26.
that's okay. You stomped, so it's
all
all hunky dory.
All Scott Moore.
All Scott Moore. Carry,
He
Scott
did it.
Viral SC, the feeder, # Oberon Carry, Freya Moore. But that's it. Follow the stream, Twitter, right here. Hit that follow button. Be sure to follow us on Twitter, twitter.com/Dawngate, and facebook.com/Dawngate. We're going to run this quick sizzle video because it's an amazing trailer, and I love seeing it. And then we'll end with a quick song from Miss Andrea Sparkly Starburst Chang, which is a piece that she did a while ago that I love ending the streams with. So thanks again for watching. I'm Brad Pluto Raymond, the Assistant Community Manager. This has been Trevor Darkhex62 O'Neill. I'm sure you'll see him at a future date. One of our great
I come
Q&As.
around every once in a while.
Every once in a while. But till next time, Louisiana Bros.
Later.